Hello everyone, I'm G Shruti. I'm from Group 3 of BTech 4th year ITA. My teammates are Sindhu, Shrishta and Satyavini. We are under our HOD ma'am, Dr. Vijayalatha ma'am. She's our guide. So we have developed a project completely in artificial intelligence where it's like a prototype of Siri. There's an application called Siri in iPhones where when you speak to it, it talks to you back through a text format. We have developed a prototype, but it's like instead of speaking, what you'll do is you'll give a text message and then it replies to you back. We have developed this because we wanted to try something new, and basically artificial intelligence projects are mostly of hardware side, where you put sensors and all you embed softwares into a hardware. But we have tried this completely in a software, and we have used AIML scripts. Those are nothing but artificial intelligence markup language scripts. Those run on the background, and we have used Java so that whatever data we are giving or whatever input string we are giving in the command prompt, it is taken into the program and then passed on to the AIML scripts. Basically what we do here is we give an input string, the string is passed, and then it is checked for what the string is about, and based on that a particular .aiml script is invoked and then the reply is given back. So you'll have to implement it in the command prompt. So I'm changing my folder into desktop, and then all of the files are in my AB folder, where you can see this here. This is the folder. I'm changing it, and then I'll give a Java command. So basically this command does nothing like when you compile a Java program, what would you do? You write Java C class name dot class. Like for example, if my class name is sample, I would compile it using Java C sample dot class. But then when I have to execute, I would execute it using a command called Java class name. That's it. So here, like for the sample class, it would be Java sample. So basically here also what we are doing is we are taking a class and then we are executing. But then what we need here is we are not just executing one file. What we are doing is we are executing the whole folder, like ab folder. So how would I write my command is Java -cp, it's a command prompt command, and lib library, and then in the library I go to ab.jar. I'm taking this whole archive file, and then I'm using the main class. This is the class I'm going to execute, and in the main class I have to go to a folder called test. Yeah, this is the folder in which it has to happen, and then trace is equal to false. It means that I'm not supposed to get any returns. Like even if it is false or true, the boolean value you'll have to execute. That is what we are trying to say. And then see, if you can see here, there's a prompt called human, where a human or a user can give any kind of input, and then the robot replies to you. And what if I say, and have you observed that here I haven't given the complete grammatical spellings of R and U. I've given just letters like small r and small u, but still it could recognize and then it could take. That is because in the AIML scripts, how we write is that we use a tag called, I'll show it. We use a tag called SRAI tag. This tag helps us in taking any kind of input string. You're not required to write an input string in the given grammatical rules format. You can write as you wish. Who are you? I can write it like this, or who are you? I can write it like this, or who are you? I can write it like this. I can write it in any way, it still takes. And then there's also a possibility, like when I have said hi, it's giving me a reply. The reply need not be the same, it can be anything. So what I do is I use the tag called type, where I can categorize a specific type of questions or specific type of topics onto one. For example, if I take flowers, if I ask it what's your favorite color, what's your favorite flower, it might reply me something. So what I do, type equal to flowers This is what I give. And then I give several conditions, condition 1, condition 2 and all. If condition 1 executes, I will give Daisy, and then I close the tag, and then I give many conditions. Conditions are basically the reason why we use this. For one input string that the human gives, the robot can give a reply in many kind of ways. So because of that we use this. And we also have other kinds of tags. AIML is just an extension of XML files. How we write is, I'll just give you a sample program, XML, and then I open the AIML tags, and then I give a tag called category. This is like you are categorizing everything under one. Like for example, if I say how are you, I can write many different replies for that. I'll just show you, you'll understand. So for example, how are you is my question. I would use SREI tag so that it will take any kind of question, any kind of input string I will give. It checks for slang words as well, and the answer is given with template and good. Okay, and then I close the template, I close the pattern, and then I close category, and then I close AIML, and then I close XML as well. So if this is for how are you and I get one reply, I'm good. What if I have some other reply? What would I do? I would just repeat the question with a different answer. What do you do? If I have another reply to go, I would just repeat the question, and then I would be like, I'm glad to see you, and then I close the pattern. I'll have to close the pattern every time. I'll just do it. This is what it happens. What if I don't want to copy paste these many times? Then in that case I would use the type, and then I would give conditions, and then I would write the code again. So this is how this basically works. And then in the main class, what we do is, in the main.java, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the input from the command prompt. For that I would use, in Java, how would you write class main? For example, if I take public static void main, and I would use string args, right? String args is where string args is what I use if I have to take an input from the command prompt. Using these string args, I take the input, I pass it, and then I parse the string, and then I would go for checking where the string might fall into with respect to the .aiml scripts, and then reply. This is the way it goes. Okay, now we'll ask some other questions. When is your birthday? And it has given a reply. For these kind of static questions, we can just go with a simple pattern and template. When we have to give different kinds of questions, then you can go for conditional type and conditional. Okay, for example, if I have a question to ask where the robot doesn't know the answer, for example, who is Obama? It doesn't know the question. So what it says is, I used my lifeline to ask another robot, but he didn't know. Let's try Google. So what it does is, when it has an internet connection and then it is connected to the software, it immediately invokes your Google, and then it will search for the question you have asked. It displays a small picture of him. So that's how it goes. We'll talk something else. Which day is today? It doesn't know, so it goes for Google again. I would ask in a different way, what is today? It has given me the details of today. It is May 1, 2016. Today is May 1, 2016. It has retrieved using calendar details that we have in our system, the calendar. That's how it works. And that's it. As simple as that. You can keep talking to it whatever you want. And if I say so stupid, it replies to you saying that it's indirectly telling that it's not stupid as the way you think. So this is how our software works. You will have tons and tons of AIML files written for that, and then CSV files for the way the questions and the answers are saved in a way, kind of. And then you can get maps as well for if at all you ask for directions and stuff. We have written lots of AML files, so like you can see, insults, like where I use a bad word, like what if I say, it says people swear on average of 0.3% of the time. It gives some kind of it gives you a reply always. So that's our project basically, and it's really fun. Through this project we have learned a lot. We have learned to do different things, and that's it. Hope you liked it. Thank you.